Hello, church family. Thanks for tuning in again. It is great to continue to be able to do this in the midst of all the interesting turns that our world has brought us lately. I'm excited because of technology that we're able to continue to do this. We will continue to do this. And so I encourage you, as we get more used to continuing to stay plugged in through social media, that you watch these and you share these with your friends, because throughout the week we have opportunities to hear not only what has been taught and what will be taught, but hearing what's going on in children's ministry and youth ministry and music ministry and all of the things that are going on around this church. So thanks for plugging in. Right now I want to dedicate some time introducing our next video, where I'm going to be talking on this vlog about the great event of Palm Sunday. We're going to be turning to the Psalms as well as the New Testament to see about this event that was foretold in the Old Testament and lived out through Jesus in the New Testament. And then we're going to follow that up with our response. In light of the history that took place in the life of Jesus and the foretelling of it, what does that do in our lives? What are we supposed to do with this? And I encourage you to tune in here in just a sec and hear the answer to that. And also on Sunday, plug in by live streaming with us the sermon and Sunday worship. And thanks again for watching. As we continue in our Jesus in the Psalms series, we are going to turn this week to the theme of Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday, while a New Testament event, was not exclusively a New Testament idea. This began in the Old Testament. I want to remind you of what we call the Messianic anticipation, or the Messianic promise. This Jewish, deeply felt truth that God, the Father, Yahweh, would send an anointed one. That's what the word Messiah means. That's what Christ means as well. The anointed one, or the chosen one, would come to set his people free, to take his people who have so long been the outcast and the oppressed, and he, the Father, is going to send this great Messiah, this Mashiach. And this is a wonderful thing for us to realize as we celebrate Palm Sunday, to realize this wasn't some new event. This wasn't something that was not anticipated. This was a wonderful opportunity for people to recognize that the Father was sending his Messiah, the Messiah for the people. Now, if you know the story, you know that this takes a twist, takes a turn. In history, we see that they didn't recognize that Jesus was going to do things differently. So we're going to look to see how the psalmist anticipated the events of Palm Sunday, as well as looking in the gospel to see how they actually played out. One of the phrases we're going to see both in the Old Testament and in the New is this phrase, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. So here is this wonderful praising of the one who will come. Now in the Old Testament, that's anticipation. That's saying blessed will be, in other words. In the New Testament, it is current. It's blessed is he. Blessed is Jesus who is coming in the name of the Lord. Now Palm Sunday, as you know, starts Holy Week, this anticipation of Easter, which we understand is about the resurrection, which therefore means you have to have death before resurrection. And we know that death occurred with Jesus on the cross. No one could have predicted that this was the way that the chosen one, the Messiah, the Christ, would come and set things right. But we're going to see that's exactly what he did. I also want to encourage you, because on this coming Sunday as well, I'm going to lead us in a prayer of surrender, because one of the things we have to see is just as Jesus surrendered to the Father on behalf of you and me, we need to surrender our lives as we prepare to recognize how much Jesus loves us through the death, his death on the cross. And we need not go to the resurrection celebration until we first realize how much it cost him and how we need to surrender out of thanksgiving for that so that we can live for him. I'm excited about this continued journey of Jesus in the Psalms, so thanks for watching, and we'll stay connected.